was that moving troops out of Europe, even temporarily, could undermine the conventional arms talks with the Soviets. Now, with the prospect of a long-term U.S. presence in the Gulf and the need to regularly rotate frontline and support units, military planners are considering the redeployment of U.S. units from European bases. There's no timetable yet, but the first major troop rotations could begin as early as January. That, in turn, could speed the so-called downsizing of U.S. military bases in Europe. The Defense Department planned to gradually reduce or close down operations at 150 military sites abroad over the next 3 years. The U.S. servicemen at many of those bases have at one time or another felt the sting of criticism, complaint, or even outright hostility by local citizens. But World Monitor's Paul Miller found at an almost abandoned U.S. Air Force base in England, the Yanks will be missed.
There are no flights from the American Air Base at Fairford in Gloucestershire. The planes are gone, the base all but closed. KC-135 tankers based here did mid-air refueling for planes anywhere over Europe. They helped refuel the bombers that attacked Libya in 1986. Now that the Cold War has been declared over, the Air Force is consolidating operations to save money. Since August, more than 1,000 Air Force personnel have been reassigned, leaving only 60 to keep the base ready for emergencies, training drills, and a yearly air show.
From time to time, there is an odd feeling. It feels a little bit like a ghost town.
Some of Fairford's merchants worry it will be the ghost town soon. Fairford, a couple of miles from the base, is 600 years old, but the worriers among its 2,500 residents say times have rarely been worse. The Americans no longer pay rents or spend money on food, entertainment, and taxis. More than 100 of the local people who worked at the base have lost their jobs.
Fairford's gone dead. Well, it's going dead. Slow by, but sure. Personally, I think it's a tragedy.
The Yanks are missed for more than their money.
Well, it's quieter, for one thing, but we quite enjoyed having them here.
Leo of Leo's Restaurant says the Americans were neighbors as well as clients.
Because they were good neighbors, we feel the loss of them, sadness, yes. Not just business, and not just for the business point of view, but really, frankly, because we made quite a lot of friends.
For the Americans, a chance to serve at a base on the edge of the Cotswold Hills was a welcome change. They were charmed by the picturesque villages and the people in them. Some Americans rented housing off base. Some married local women. Many found themselves drawn into the community.
The people are really, really friendly. They take care of each other. And the majority of the people around here will go out of their way to help each other.
The Americans helped too.
They did a lot for the community. They did a lot for local charities, and, we were sorry to see them go, really.
No one is more sorry than the staff of the Colin House boarding school for children with emotional and behavioral problems, a special project for those on the airbase.
The base and the people that work there in particular, and the wives of the servicemen, have been extremely kind to us, both with their time and with their money, raising money for us and giving their own things for us.
The cutbacks at the base could mean no Christmas at the school.
Over the last 2 years, all the Christmas presents for the children have been provided by families from the base.
Some American bases in England have been sources of aggravation and protest over the nuclear weapons they store, over the noise of their jets, over the ill manners of their airmen. In the Cotswolds, there were some complaints about jet noise disturbing the peace. With a Royal Air Force base nearby, the complaints continue. But most residents agree with one woman who said the Americans were an advantage, not a nuisance. And more than that, they were friends. For World Monitor, I'm Paul Miller in Fairford, England.
Low-rate financing.